Now that you have finished your course, how do you feel about becoming an e-learning professional, Sue?
Well, Bob, if I consider the broad definition of e-learning, as learning conducted by electronic means as stated dictionary, then this profession is quite limited really.
Limited, Sue. How else would you describe e-learning?
E-learning is engaging. I find the social aspects of connecting with people from different locations and cultures are the most engaging part of e-learning, Bob.
Yeah, I think e-learning is quite equitable and leveling. There is less prejudice, less judgment of others, when you don't have preconceived ideas of others, or knowledge of their backgrounds. Even the role of the tutor is more of a facilitator, rather than a teacher, so the learner has to take greater ownership.
That's if there is a tutor, Bob. Many e-learning courses focus on the economic and cost aspects of learning. E-learning can be student content-oriented and do away with the tutor.
True, but that approach is massification of e-learning, Sue.
Agreed. Not the most desirable approach in my view. Sadly, Bob, many still believe e-learning is all about cost efficiencies, the bottom line.
But e-learning is extensible and scalable, which is advantageous when education budgets have been restricted, like what's happening in the current economic climate.
I guess universities can save costs by not having to purchase and maintain hardware, or build classrooms.
Yes, and e-learning helps saves trees, Sue, as there is less need to print resources.
Hold on a minute, Bob. Most students print the resources themselves. Universities are just passing these costs to students. And individuals printing materials is far less cost-effective than if the universities mass-printed them. They have the capacity to achieve economies of scale, whereas the individuals don't.
But the students have the choice to print, or just save resources. Think of the space they save, if they store resources electronically compared to physically.
But if they don't back up, they run the risk of losing everything.
E-learning also helps the environment, Sue. By not having to travel to learn, think how this reduces carbon emissions.
So maybe the definition should include eco-learning, Bob.
Eco-learning, that's choice, Sue.
The education achieved through e-learning can help one's employability by proving that learners have a great deal of self-motivation and dedication.
We certainly needed heaps of self-motivation, Sue. I think this could even prepare learners for a change of direction.
For me, the most important aspect of learning is that it's evolving. E-learning is eternal, something we can engage with informally throughout our lives. It's a means for lifelong learning.
For me, the most important aspect is that e-learning is extant. It's up to date, especially with it being technology-driven. It works with the latest tools. So I agree with you, Sue. The definition of e-learning needs to be widened to incorporate all these ideas.